Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Batman Arkham Asylum. I'm calling that this game. This game may actually just be called Arkham Asylum. um, it's taking us forever to get anywhere, but we're gonna go in this area and maybe fight Mr. Freeze, maybe not, maybe fight Harley Quinn. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a cutscene where Harley Quinn steals the cure from Mr. Freeze, and thus Batman doesn't even get a cure. Alright, so inside this area, we have like a Riddler Trophy here, and I think we can get this Riddler Trophy, and I think that's pretty much it. Like,
I will not fail, Nora.
like, we had pretty much already gotten everything. So last time we were here,
When this is over, the clown will suffer.
actually that's an electric box, which means I have to find some electric, like,
This
somewhere.
is futile.
And the only electric I know of is like way over here.
How can this Rish Al Ghul hold the secret to the clown's cure? That man must have lost his mind.
So one of the doors there, what we're trying to do here is, I guess, go all the way around. It seems like the game kind of auto levels for your own benefit. Let's see. Well, see, that's weird because that's just like too far. Either
When this is over,
either I can't slow down anywhere as much as I should. We'll do a turnaround here. I haven't really known that these remote batarangs to actually struggle with being able to fly. I've only known them to have a specific limiting distance. But I guess there is a just amount of flight in them also, so you have to do a U-turn, you have to come back, you have to come over here, you have to kind of overshoot Batman, line yourself up a little bit to the left so that you could turn this way, and then see if we can fly through here. This is really ridiculous, just the level of precision where you would expect there to be some help. Like you would expect it to kind of lock on and help you a little bit, or just make those boxes a little bit bigger, or make the hit boxes on them a little bit bigger. You don't even have to really change the vision. It seems oddly difficult.
this is futile.
Like really, really oddly difficult that that you would reach that.
How can this race our
But
goal
clearly
hold the
that
secret
was the goal.
floor? My father must have lost his mind.
Meanwhile, this other one is just like on the counter here, which really I think just means that we really are going to get a ability that makes us immune to steam right now, and we're just going to be able to slide through here. It'd be very weird if you ended up having to
How can this race our goal
like it would be really weird if you ended up having to return to this area yet again. That being said, I mean, one can't deny that unless your new ability also integrates the idea of being able to jump on 3 things at the same time, like, I don't know
This is futile.
what other solution one would have. This feels like it would be, you need to be able to stand in 3 places at once.
This is over.
I'll stand on this one. Yeah, that still doesn't really make sense. Unless there was a way to disrupt a couple of panels. Like, Line Rider's not going to have you hit those 3 things at the same time.
This is futile.
So it does kind of just seem like we are going to end up back in this area again, unless we get some different ability right now.
I will not fail, Nora.
And he has a frozen statue of Nora.
Impressive, Batman. I doubted you would actually return.
I'm a man of my word, Victor. You should know that by now.
This is going to be one of those fake science things, where comic book science, where he just immediately makes the cure. 2 doses.
The formula is complete. Bonding process appears to have been successful.
He locks one
How
in
are you
the...
feeling? You look unwell.
Give it to me.
I'm afraid I cannot do that, Batman. You have given me your last order.
This is not a time for negotiation.
I think it is. The clown has my wife. Bring her back to me.
You don't want to do this, Freeze.
Oh,
See, and this is
I believe I do.
kind of the problem with
You will bring me Nora,
with
or you will die.
this is kind of the problem with like jerk Batman.
Oracle, Freeze is attacking me. Get me the telemetry feed from his suit, now.
No problem. Bruce, remember what happened last time. Don't try to take him on in a straight-up fight. He's too powerful. Okay, data's ready. Coming through now.
So all of these are frozen over. So we can electrocute him. We now know what that button is for. Seekers are acquiring data.
heat of your footprints betrays you.
So, yeah, I don't know what we're really supposed to be doing here. See, I don't know what the... Let's see.
He's too dangerous.
Okay, so he's a gun-wielding character where we're trying to hide from him. The question is, what are we trying to do? Because we saw the one electrocute section, which that's fine. But I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. For like... Because I don't think this is a corner cover, take him out type scenario. Unless I'm supposed to just grab the gun from him. Like, he's got this whole shield around him. But this really is just one of those other scenarios where... So yeah, you have to kind of remember the disruptor thing. Okay.
I see you are attempting to use my weapons against me. Do you really think I will allow that?
So yeah, I think what we're supposed to be doing is we're supposed to have the disruptor ready.
I allowed you to use the override system to start anger. You are a fool to think I would. Death is cold, Batman.
Hunt and track down the heat from his footprints. Use this to lure Freeze into traps. Yeah, and this is, like, it would be so easy to just...
Freeze is attacking me. Get me the telemetry feed from his suit, now.
No problem. Bruce, remember what happened last time. Don't try to take him on in a straight-up fight. He's too powerful. Okay, data's ready. Coming through now.
Alright, so I'm hoping this gets me...
You are attempting to use my weapons against me. Do you really? Get off me!
And apparently I can't use that one again. So...
I can see where you have been, Batman.
Alright, that's not working. What other traps are there?
I can't allow Freeze to see me. He's too dangerous.
Like, I don't think he's... Like, I don't think I can hit him in any other way. Like, this seems to be about the last place to maybe trap him. And I hope he's just kind of walking that way. But I don't think that does anything. Yeah. So he's frozen the ice. Unless there was something like spraying the wall here and trying to maybe get him around. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Use the back computer to analyze. View back computer analysis. So apparently it was just a timer thing. Let's see. When providing substantial protection, suit cannot withstand multiple high velocity impacts simultaneously. Low freeze into exploding structural weaknesses will immediately immobilize him. Electromagnets can be powered using remote charge. That didn't seem like that did anything. That freeze slow movement single mile determinants makes him susceptible to close range surprise takedowns from behind. Oh, we can also do line riding. Let's see. Jammer can be done once. Ledge grabs. Lured beneath a raised platform is vulnerable from attacks from below. Glide kicks. How would I get a glide kick? I don't know. Directly above. Alright. Okay, so if I go here and then climb up here. Yeah, I'm really not.
You cannot hide forever. Where did you?
Like. And then get away from him.
I learned from my mistakes, man. I will also come to that. I believe you to be quiet. I was wrong.
So
I understand your strategies, Batman. I will defeat them all.
there we go. And honestly, I still don't know if this is just a game trying to be very generous on the third attempt.
I can evolve my strategies. And you?
Alright. So I'm assuming I need, if I was gonna do a ledge grab, he's kind of gotten rid of all the ledges. Let's see.
Not wise, Batman.
Yeah.
You will suffer.
Let's see if we can grab a corner here. See, I don't know what he can do. Alright, well.
Where are you?
Silent takedown. And I guess here we're just gonna punch, and we can just punch as much as we want until you start hallucinating and you see the Joker instead of Mr. Freeze. It's taking forever to get to the hallucinations. So it seems like Batman is totally willing to let the cure go away.
Find Nora. She's all I have left.
Like, he seems like he's just gonna inject himself.
It's over. That was all I could manufacture.
Harley Quinn took it.
What are you waiting for? Go and get it back. The clown must pay for what he has done to us.
It's not that simple. Joker's got the steel mill locked down. Getting in will not be easy.
Perhaps I can help.
So-
I've been working on a new projectile system.
Yeah, it seems
Maybe
like it's
these will
just
provide
a...
the edge you need.
That was a
promise
kind
you,
of
Victor,
pointless fight.
I will find Nora.
Because you could have just said that. So now we have these kind of freeze grenades, which I bet will get us past steam vents. Let's see what Nora Freeze says. Nora Freeze just shown us these frozen things. We apparently have nothing as far as information. She was a gifted dancer, that's about it. Now we have another level up, and let's see. Potentially a thought of an upgrade on the ability here, but not really. So I don't think I want this one. I don't think the heat suit signature concealer would have particularly helped me as much as it might seem. Let's see, we've got 100% of all the armor, right? No, we don't. Yes, we do. Okay. So this one is what I wanted to get. And hopefully that proves to be useful. And then, yeah, maybe we can get this. And honestly, it feels like maybe these upgrades would have been way more useful earlier on. And I don't know if there was going to be any kind of achievement or anything for breaking all of the Nora Freeze statues. I don't know if I really accomplished that. They clearly designed this whole level where he was just going to freeze everything after you used it once. And that's what you can see happening all over the place. It's just frozen over ledges, frozen over cliffs. There was significant things and options that would have been eliminated, and really not enough different options. It would have made more sense for him to freeze over one specific area, not every single specific area of that type. Looks like all the Nora statues also disappeared, so if there was an achievement for breaking all the statues, I probably didn't get it. That would be my guess. And that feels like that would have just been extra work. This was the place with the odd flickering that's still ... dot 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 dot. But if there was something special to this, I have no idea what it is, other than this camera. Interesting that you could potentially slide under that. And see he's frozen all of that too. So just like everything's frozen. My bat outfit and cape is getting worse and worse. New gadget upgrade available from Wayne to equipment. Interesting. Freeze proximity mines. So, yeah. This pretty much leaves us with only one more thing. Find that Riddler Trophy. There's some secret here. I don't know if it's just a tease for the next Batman game, like in the first Batman game. But clearly there's some kind of Morse code flickering on here. This is not just random, oh, they were being artsy stuff. Yeah. There's only one more Riddler Trophy in this area. We know that unless we can't trust the maps. And there's no exit. It would have been kind of nice if there was an exit out the back. Oh, there is an exit out the back.
My God, our mystery caller was correct. It looks like Batman himself is exiting the building.
Is he really? Hello, Gotham, it's me. I'm afraid Miss Vale will soon be leaving the airwaves. We apologize for this interruption.
We've been hit. We're going down. Mayday! Mayday!
So, apparently Vicky Vale, there...
Hello? Gotham? I don't know if you can hear me. My news copter has been shot down. We've crashed down somewhere in Arkham City. We need help. I'm now stuck on part of the old Gotham freeway in what looks like a turf war between... What the hell was that? Oh God, there are snipers. They're all around my position. I can see what looks like inmates moving in on us. Please, if anyone can hear me, send help.
So are
This
we...
is Vicky Vale. I repeat, this is Vicky Vale. If you can hear this, help me.
Are we supposed to be rushing towards this? So, I wonder if that's like a one-way trip? Interesting that there's a boat there. Oh, there's Arkham Asylum.
This is Vicky Vale. If you can hear this, help me.
So, very far in the distance you can see Arkham Asylum. Which it would make some sense to just be allowed to go back to that area. Alright, well she's, I guess, in need of rescue, and I just don't feel like the game is going to particularly allow me or appreciate for me to run around trying to find other collectibles in the meantime. There is a question, now that we have like this freeze blast grenade, would that break something? Doesn't seem like it does. Doesn't seem like there's even that many people here, so... I wouldn't be surprised
Don't
if
speak too soon. Joker will be pissed if you screw this up.
Vicky Vale turned out to be a bad
No way
guy.
am I gonna miss a shot at putting
But-
a bullet through that annoying reporter's face.
Yeah. And see, this is what I thought what might happen, is that we might start to see snipers, and in seeing snipers, we start to have a lot harder of a challenge trying to get to specific areas.
It appears that the snipers covering my position from the southeast have gone. The roof of the Kirshen building has gone quiet. Either they've all left, or someone has taken them out.
Can't see it.
Look harder. Joker wants the reporter dead.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying. Just can't get a clear shot.
Just keep pointing your gun over where she was. She'll stick her pretty little head out sooner or later.
Fire has ceased from Dini Towers. I can no longer see the snipers on the roof of the apartment building. If anyone can hear this broadcast, send help, please.
Like, I think that was it. You would have thought there would have been more, but whatever. So this one he does describe as just a straight up rescue instead of interrogating her, like he did the mayor. Why does she need torn
You should be safe here
stockings
for now.
and holes
Stay
in
here
her
and keep out of
in
sight.
her
Any
pantyhose?
chance I could get an exclusive? Care to tell Gotham what's going on with your face?
No. Stay there and be quiet.
Look, here's the Mad Hatter just coming out of nowhere.
Talk to the nice reporter.
Her eyes. This happens in a lot of
What do
games.
you
The
want?
eyes, the pupils of the
Who are you
eyes just
talking
don't
to?
really load.
Now, see what you've done. The poor woman's all confused. Hardly
I will say
surprising,
at least
suppose.
Vicky Vale is
I mean,
appropriately
she's just
dressed
in a
for this
terrible
whole winter
accident.
time, and she's not showing like a
That
huge
you
cleavage.
How dare you? I've never been so... Oh, what the hell? Yes, okay. It was me. I just needed a little time.
Yeah,
to
her
guarantee
her
that
pupils
Harley got back to me
aren't
with my
lit in, so it's just like
delicious
pure
pure.
white
If
eyes,
you're a
which looks
good
really
boy,
creepy.
I may even save
Her
a
hair
little for you.
for
Unlike
the age of
me,
this
I
game
know,
looks
but
kind of
I'm
bad.
really a
Like
laptop now, aren't I?
hair effects,
Well, Gotham, it appears I'm
graphics
safe.
were, I think,
for
slightly
now.
better.
I've just been rescued by Batman. He saved me from what felt like certain death at the hands of snipers. all
She's
working
got
for the Joker.
mascara running.
How did the Joker's crew get their hands on sniper rifles in a maximum security prison? That, Gotham, is a question I intend to put to Professor Strange if I
She's
ever
got
get
like
out
a
of here.
giant phone.
I have to say that I have been
that's not
shocked at the
loading in.
conditions on the ground in this so-called prison facility. So far tonight, I have witnessed
High
armed
heel
gang members
boots for a
running wild,
reporter is kind of
murder and
ridiculous.
mutilation on the
A
streets,
coat that
and a
then goes to
complete lack of
pantyhose is
authority.
kind of
We were
ridiculous.
told that Arkham
but
City
whatever.
is good for Gotham. If that's true, maybe that good comes at a price we shouldn't have to pay. This is Vicky Vale, talking to you live, and hoping she'll stay that way in Arkham City.
Okay.
Come on, Batman. There's more going on than meets the eye, right?
It seems weird though that we would have this Mad Hatter.
Good news, Master Bruce. I believe we have identified the killer. Mr. Fox has manufactured enough to heal you and is working on a larger... Good news,
Oops.
Master Bruce.
I didn't realize you have to
I believe we
hover
have
over it.
identified the killer. Mr. Fox has manufactured enough to heal you and is working on a larger batch for the people of Gotham. The Batwing has been dispatched, and it should be within your vicinity shortly. I'm sure I don't need to remind you not to waste any time in taking it.
So it seems to me like we have.
I managed to track Laura down to somewhere in this area. Please find her for me, Batman.
So this whole area seems to be under protection, so just even trying to go to those locations is probably going to be a bit of a hassle. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a hallucination. And meanwhile, we saw the Mad Hatter. So I'm gonna see if we can chase after the Mad Hatter. Like, he was in the background. So is he supposed to just be a hallucination? Well, we've got a watcher over there, so we'll definitely choose that next.
We have been watching you for a long time, Batman.
Interesting. Another 500 XP, and I'll take it. Wow. Interesting. It felt like the whole game had just locked up there in that animation. But whatever. Let's try that again. Already scanned. Another 50 XP. That's just a guard. So unless the Mad Hatter doesn't show up on our scans, or we are straight up supposed to be hallucinating in cutscenes and we just haven't been seeing that many cutscenes, okay. Let's see if we can glide 150 meters. This probably isn't going to be even 150 meters, but whatever. We'll do this, pull up, and then pull up. And then do this, and then pull up.
Food in here stinks. I heard Black Mask owns the factory that makes that crap.
It just exploded?
Nah, someone fired a rocket at it.
Yep, that was not 150 meters. Which, yeah, I think that just does kind of prove that... I think I already got that.
You just need to do what I tell you to do, right? And listen, you really don't want to go pissing me off, because I got friends in here. I'll find out. And if I do, I'll hunt you down and carve out your eyes. Understand? Okay. Please, don't hurt me. I can't guarantee that. I'll do it. I promise. What the?
This way! He went this way!
That was too much of a fight. And yeah, didn't really give me enough things. So let's just see if this is really a cure or if this is a trap. Yep, this was a Mad Hatter trap. Starting Alice in Wonderland.
More tea, Batman?
Where am I?
Which would
What's
definitely
going on?
makes sense that
What
you
a
would...
question. Shall I tell him?
you would want to
He looks so
replace the
confused.
Scarecrow
Maybe I
with the Mad
should.
Hatter
Well,
for
it's
this kind of
simple,
scenes.
really. I planted a teeny tiny little idea in your head. A sort of remote hypnotic suggestion. Very complicated stuff. I'm sure you wouldn't understand, but as you can see, it worked. You're mine now. You're mine, and there's nothing that Strange can do about it. Oh, are you not going to drink your tea? It's special tea. My special tea. My special...
You can't
Go to
zoom
hell,
in.
Jervis.
Simply put, I made you see what you wanted most. What was it? Tell me. Tell me. Oh, tell me.
I assume that these
So predictable.
people
just
on the
like
side
Alice.
are brainwashed
Never
by the
doing
Mad
what I
Hatter
want
also.
without ludicrous amounts of
Otherwise, they would be
psychoactive control.
gang members.
Well, if that's
They actually look
what's
pretty
necessary,
decent
It's a good job that you've
for
already
this
taken.
cutscene.
All we need now is a finishing touch. A special new hat. Just for you. You are my soldier now, Batman. You will do everything I say.
So the general idea is that Mad Hatter
You will do
has
anything I want.
some kind of mental controlling technology in hats.
And me alone. No. This isn't right. You can't be doing this.
And so this is a crazy, like, rabbit head, a la
Your
something.
mind belongs
What
to
is that
me
movie?
now.
I've forgotten the name of it. It's a very old movie. It's a cult hit, certainly, but alright, we have this new AX button. We'll see if maybe we can use that later.
Stop fighting.
So we're just mentally fighting these rabbits. And this might be a better sequence than... there we go. Let's see.
My hats are special. They make everyone do what I want. Everyone. Imagine you are falling.
I assume we are supposed to just be fighting until we can get to this guy. I'm trying to figure out what the next quick thing would be.
You cannot win.
Like, I'm about to die trying to get enough variety here when I really should just be fighting to do that.
Don't.
So we got this like
Alice will
timing
be here soon,
happening.
Batman. You don't want to miss her now. Let
There
all
we
your
go.
troubles fade away.
Right trigger and ground takedown. Notice how that messed up the cutscene because there was an image there. Mad Hatter neutralized. It definitely feels like there should have been more there. Like, it definitely feels like there should have been more there instead of this being... There's a riddle inside this building. Alright, well... Yeah, that pales in comparison, certainly, from a Scarecrow sequence Seems like...
Patient interview 1. Subject's name, Jervis Tetch.
So there's a whole bunch of
aka the
things
Mad
here to
Hatter.
listen to.
Brought to Arkham Asylum by the Bat.
I don't know if I really want to listen to all of that, though. These guys are all unconscious, so they also were being mentally used. There is a riddle somewhere in this room. It says, and it definitely feels like there would have been more rooms like this, buildings like this. Subject too small. Subject too small. It must be this metronome or this book. This Alice in Wonderland book. I guess pause now if you want to read this. So how are we filling out these stories pretty well? Yeah, I guess then the idea is that there's probably a line of tape here we haven't heard. And all of these just seem to have unlocked, which really just makes it seem like there was going to be a whole lot more around the Mad Hatter, and somehow I missed it all. Unless this guy's just gonna wake up and we're gonna walk out here and we're gonna realize that actually he escaped and he tricked you. And see, this is just a door, and I guess you could get back here at some point, but you would kind of have to know it was there. And this is the live nude sign.
City. Same old crap.
Alright, well, what we didn't get there was a cure.
Augmented reality.
I still don't really know how to do the augmented reality stuff, and I think I may just never get it. Which, if that's an important thing, then that may make it impossible to get all the collectibles, which might, at that point, make it kind of pointless to even try to waste so much time on this. Yeah, I don't really get the idea of the live nude sign just like directly explaining like the stacked. Can we just go in this bar? Like, have there been doors we could just open? No?
They gotta feed us right.
See, either I missed a certain backstory element either in the comics or the cartoon, or they're just going in a different direction. Subject too small. How many people are around there?
Haven't seen Wyatt since he went looking for something down in the sewers. Croc got him for sure.
We keep talking about Croc, but we didn't see Croc. There are some fires that seem to burn out of some of these buildings. Which, yeah, I don't know what they would expect. Hugo Strange's storage vault. That's where I think Catwoman wanted to get in and break into it.
Batman and Freeze were kicking the crap out of each other and I didn't get to see.
Let's not fall off and get into a big fight. Okay. Tallest building. Either the top of, as top as you can get on that location, or you go with Ace Chemicals.
Augmented reality training on.
I just don't think I have a good argument to try and do that augmented reality training again. There's just something I'm missing. And then I know there's a whole bunch of abilities. And the grenades are great and all, but clearly there's one more gadget of some point that's important, and there's an upgrade to the batarang we know we're also missing. Alright, well, I think what we do is we get to the top.
Wonder what Hugo Strange had on shop to make him turn over control.
New Deadshot victim.
Batman, I've detected the distinctive sound of Deadshot sniper rifle firing again inside Arkham City. I've triangulated the bullet impact sound to this location. If Deadshot is killed again, the victim will be in this vicinity.
Alright, so that's a good side mission. That is ridiculous, though, that the Mad Hatter was one side mission. And then this is the other side mission. Like, we're on the verge of finishing this one. We're 60% done with this one. We're on the verge of closing that one. We may get left with the augmented reality training only. We're going to make more progress on this one. Identity theft we haven't really done anything more with, and we're making progress with this one. Acts of violence also seem to be somewhat limited. So yeah, this is not a bad side quest to take on at the moment.
Joker sent Vicky Vale a news flash strapped to a missile.
The birds don't really play a role. We can see that it is getting colder and colder. Here you have like a picnic being set up.
This must be some kind of joke.
This was where I think the cure that we thought we saw was.
Who's this sucker?
Don't know, man. He was here when I got here.
Someone knew who he was. How do you know? There are dead people all over this hellhole.
This was an execution. One bullet to the head. Perfect shot.
Really?
What's so special about this guy?
The only thing I know is that whoever killed him will be long gone. People who do hits like this don't hang around to get caught. We should stay here. It's the safest place.
Glide, and then dive bomb, and then X.
It's him!
We got somebody with a blade coming. Like, we'll see if we can do a blade takedown. Alright.
A third victim. It looks like he was hiding behind this car when he was killed. How did Deadshot do it?
Tell me everything about the Riddler.
Notice that we triggered the audio
We'll tell you everything.
when even though we were in the middle of this whole fight. Let's see. Interesting. It's not right trigger to scan in this mode, which is different when you take pictures.
I think I found the link that connects Deadshot's victims.
Good. He's killed again. We need to stop him.
The first two both worked for Strange. The first victim was a specialist in wireless broadcast technology. He worked on the tower communication system.
And the other one?
I can't find any information about what he worked on, which is suspicious enough if you ask me. But he was previously contracted on military projects, specializing in advanced weapon delivery systems.
Deadshot's clearing up Strange's mess. I'll track this shot to see if he left anything I can use to find him. Good work, Barb.
Yeah, I still feel like Batman and Oracle have way better of a relationship than they really should. Because particularly this jerk Batman that they're writing is not the person I would expect that have any good relationships with any of the Bat family. Alright. So all I wanted to do was scan, and instead of...
How come they didn't give us something to keep us warm when they threw us in here?
There's some kind of fight going on over there. I'll kill you back.
Let's see if we can glide into some people. Let me just make sure this is scanned. It's another tagged. So, the bullet
hit here.
Bounced off?
That's how he did it. Deadshot ricocheted his shot off this shutter.
And yeah, it's kind of a frustration to just try and get from point A to point B now.
Help! Stop, please! Someone help me!
You see this ground pound action happen a lot.
Thank you.
I may very well, though, have to run around the entirety of the city trying to find the last few,
Pulled off the city and threw us all in here to die.
like, political prisoner attacks.
Look out, it's the bat!
We've lost all cameras in Sector 2.
Let's see. Through?
God, run! Hide! We don't find you. What's wrong? Run home to cry to your mommy.
To make the shot, Deadshot would have been lying down. His body heat melted the snow there.
Okay. We'll scan whatever is here.
We've got him, Oracle. I've isolated a number of very distinctive plastic-based particles and identified items that use this material in their construction.
So I see. Looking at the possible choices, I assume you've decided on the power substations, right?
Exactly. Cross-referencing this against locations that would definitely contain the metallic particles from the second crime scene gives us...
3 locations. You've done it. You're actually gonna catch the son of a bitch.
I've marked the map. I'll let you know what happens.
You know what? That is kind of funny
The
that
only
you
way I'm
get
going to
a.
find Deadshot is to check out each of the locations that match his forensic profile.
You really don't get a lot of cussing in this game, when arguably this is a somewhat mature game. Like, and seems also a little bit weird. That explains why that attack I tried to do didn't work, because I hadn't unlocked it. Yeah. This menu system is still terrible. I probably should have gotten that one. But whatever, we'll get that one next. Yeah, it does seem like a weird decision here to in some weird way feel like you're making an almost family-friendly game when there's just so much cleavage going on and so much violence going on. Did I mark the location on the map? No, I don't think I did. You would almost assume that anywhere you go would end up being
As soon as I grab Bruce Wayne, I'm cashing him in for a first-class ticket to any place else.
Yep.
Strange ain't human. I almost pity Sharp for getting involved with him.
Target in sight.
Take that guy out.
Riddler, talk.
Oh crap. Okay, I just help him out.
Thanks.
See, that gave me like 85 XP. That ridiculously small amount of XP. Alright. So it thinks the power station is probably not in the Iceberg Lounge
There's an
itself.
electrical substation nearby. I should search for it and see if it's the one Deadshot used.
Okay, so we've seen these boxes before, and they're reusing the open the grating animation, which is good because we haven't used it. So it is just going to be
I'm looking for.
It's going to be the last one you investigate always. Or maybe it won't be the last one.
This substation could be the one Deadshot used. This one's empty. Deadshot was never here.
Okay. I guess that gets us back towards running towards the main story. Like I can't imagine that it is quite time to run back into the museum. We still have plenty of collectibles that I would like to collect. It doesn't feel like the game is ever going to get any easier as far as the whole grapnel augmented reality upgrades. What would be really irritating is that we do these augmented reality upgrades and then it turns into just a slight boost on the grapnel.
Poisoned the bat.
reality training activated.
So you do this, you go down, then you swoop up. That's easy enough to figure out. Then you swoop down.
Augmented reality training failed.
Please, don't shoot us! Don't shoot! Don't
I
shoot!
really wish you could just simulate this in a safe environment.
Augmented reality training activated.
So swoop down a little bit. 1, 2. Okay, I missed that one.
Augmented reality training failed.
But
Civilians won't do 'em any good here.
the only thing I could think of doing, and we'll experiment with this, is can we turn on vertical sync in the graphics settings in the game?
Augmented reality training
Because I
activated.
just played a game where that was definitely a point where certain levels just could not be accomplished. Because my more modern hardware just went at too high of a frame rate, and thus limiting yourself down to a hard 60 frame rate limiter made the game engines and the physics engines, which were tied to the graphics engines, work better.
Augmented reality training failed.
Honestly, if that one thing was just not there,
I always knew you were chicken.
you just have to go way lower than you think you would.
Augmented reality training activated.
I want to grab kind of just the ledge of that.
Augmented reality training failed.
There's just no way to do it.
As I grab Bruce Wayne, I'm cashing him in for a first-class ticket to any place else.
Is it not a gliding thing at all?
I think I saw Croc poking his ugly head out of the sewers once.
Augmented reality training activated.
Okay.
We ain't doing nothing! Don't shoot!
You can't use this. Just doing that gets you a guaranteed boost.
Augmented reality training failed.
Man, I let go of the button, and that's another problem. Certainly, is that it is. You have to hold the A button while you're gliding, which that you would think that that would just be a toggle or something.
Who's running this show?
Too chicken to fight me like a man, Batman.
Augmented reality training failed.
He's too chicken to face me.
Weeks has outdated my status. How are people gonna know without...
What's the bat doing here?
Let's see.
Augmented reality training activated.
We come over to the main menu. If we look at the side missions, augmented training, AR, complete the advanced challenges. It doesn't seem like it's really even giving you a tutorial anymore. It seems like it really is just demanding something of you that seems really, really hard. And maybe this is a case where
Augmented reality training complete.
well, I am so glad I got that done on screen, because I was going to just suggest trying it off screen, and I wouldn't blame people if they suspected of me cheating somehow at that point.
I've got him! He's over here! Think you can hide from me? Grenade!
Okay, now people are all of a sudden are throwing grenades.
I don't think you understand the arrangement we have, Fish. You're supposed to be the one who does what I want. Last thing I need is some ugly son of a bitch coming back here and telling me you got beaten up by someone else. I've got a reputation to hold in here. I can't just let them all think I've got some whiny little bitch working for me, can I?
I'm sorry. I won't let it happen again.
I know. You know why I know?
No.
It's because...
Stop, please! Someone help me! Chicken to fight me like a man, Batman. Figures. We all know you prefer hiding in the dark.
Catwoman and the plant lady. Man, those two are hot.
It's Batman!
So, is there a way with the Batarang? Is there another person being attacked?
Get over here! Can't believe you saved me.
So you have like 3 seconds to potentially hit the other one.
You ain't welcome here, Batman! I thought he was gonna kill me. Thanks.
But you can spray this one. Yeah, I am super happy to be done with that augmented reality
Thank you. I'm gonna find someplace safe to hide from these animals.
challenge, but we still have one other augmented reality challenge that is seemingly equally frustrating. Alright, well, we can detonate the other one, so it's probably just a matter of doing that. And see, doing that still gets me like 200 experience. And we've just unlocked a new challenge map called End of the Line. Alright, well, I wanted to get somewhere nice. I could glide kick this guy, and we could try and take out the...
There's a fight going on over there.
these gun guys. Another gun guy. Didn't realize there was that many people here.
I know you work
It
for
definitely
Riddler.
is getting more and more dangerous.
I mean, yes! Please, don't hurt me. I'll tell you everything.
These
There was
fake
never any doubt in
Two-Face
my mind.
masks are kind of a great idea, so they didn't have to make as many bad guys, face models.
Scared of penguin? An ugly dwarf with a bird fetish? Please.
Yep. It is a little strange that this one area seems to be just better protected than a lot of the other areas.
The place is turning to crap right in front of my eyes.
Alright, let's look at our map. Wow. Seems like there's been some significant increase in just the number of collectibles that are marked on the map over in this area, which probably highlights an idea of running around and trying to find all of these, but I don't think it really does. I think what we do is we set our goal to go in that direction, and if we get a act of violence, which there's still plenty of those happening, we'll try and do those. We'll try and get the augmented reality quest done and finished. But once we do this area, it makes a lot of sense to try and do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this, before we get back to the main story and getting to the steel mill. We are kind of getting close to the end game as far as collectibles. There's only 4 destructible objects in the entire overworld left. There's 14 riddles, and there's 77 Riddler trophies. Clearly, we can see there's probably not 77 Riddler trophies marked on the map, so there seems like there's still a lot of that. We have yet another phone call from Joker.
You have 1 missed call.
Let's listen to that.
Hey, Bats, are you okay? I'm sorry I had Harley steal your cure. You were so busy with Freeze that she didn't even have time to ask. But don't worry, as soon as that little minx is back here and I've had my share, I'll save some for you. You'll have to work for it, but it will be right here waiting for you. You probably won't believe this, but I don't really think I can sit back and watch you die. It's selfish, really, but we need each other. Life would be so boring without you.
This is
Who would I talk to?
clearly one of the ways they write the Joker so that he's secretly in love with Batman. Yeah, pause now if you want to read this. We are filling in the Arkham City stories fairly quickly. As far as Wayne Tech upgrades, there's fighting combos that it feels like I should have probably even learned this in the previous game, that you should unlock the combos way faster than even the armor. I think being able to go on a good offensive is way better in this game than it is to be on the defensive. A glide boost attack so I could knock someone out also does have some appeal. So you could just reduce the number of enemies by 1. And there really is just no desire to actually get all of the Batwoman upgrades at this point. The Catwoman upgrades. It should have been Batwoman. This would have been way better if they had introduced Batwoman. Plus, had they introduced Batwoman in the second Arkham game, that could have left them time to make a spin-off game and give them more time to develop the third Arkham series game, which would have been really helpful considering how janky the engine is and the programming. Although this may very well just be Warner Brothers was never going to fund a well-programmed Batman game or never give enough time for it. But yeah, if I was the game director, I definitely would have done that. We are still getting close to collecting all a single row of the Riddler trophies, but we still have yet to find them. There's one more Joker balloon, or 2 more Joker balloons, or 3 more Joker balloons. But after that, we kind of need to move the story forward to do the Tiger shutdowns. And the only way
This question can only be answered
that
from
would
an
happen is kind of like in
unusual
Protocol 10. I assume Protocol 10 is going to be where Tiger just starts straight up trying to execute all the prisoners. That would make a lot of sense. When we get back to Steel Mill, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for collectibles. There's still some penguins in the museum. And at some point we need to get back to Wonder City. And let's see, what are we really missing? I really wish the mouse would disappear. Like, it would be dishonest for me to make my recording software and not record the mouse cursor. I could do that, but it would not highlight the fact that the mouse is always self-centering. Now, that's true in most games, that the mouse cursor does self-center when you have a controller, but then they also are smart enough to turn off the mouse cursor so you don't see it, at least until you move the mouse. So we have 1 upgrade to do left for that, and 1 upgrade left for this. And I suspect those might be different upgrades, otherwise we would just have 1 upgrade left in general. Our best distance as far as gliding is 118 meters. Our best distance with grapnel was 236 meters. So yeah, I can pull it off. It's just a matter of finding the right place. A vertical dive of 50 meters is, once again, you're just going to have to be high enough, and probably going to have to dive directly into the ground of the sewer hole near the steel mill, or you're going to have to dive directly into the water, or just directly to the ground. 5 consecutive line launches. I think I could pull that off just by goofing around. Aerial attack off a stunned enemy into another 3 times. Slide trip into an enemy. I think I've done that twice. Counter enemy projectiles. I'm not sure if I've done that even once. Hidden explosive item with the batarang before it's thrown. I can pull that off. I just have to be in a fight when somebody has an explosive object. Combo batarang we don't have, so I don't know. Unless there's some combo batarang ability and I'm not thinking about. Back claw slams. I don't know how you pull that off. Remote electronic charge to force an enemy to hit another enemy. Apparently we haven't pulled that off. Finish a fight with a combo batarang. I'll try that. Quickfire freeze blast during combo 5 times. Quickfire remote electronic charge during a combat. I should just mash the remote electronic charge and the freeze blasts. Use a freeze blast to freeze somebody and then knock them down with the batarang. Grapnel boost takedown. Don't know how to pull that off. Reverse batarang to knock down an enemy. I'm not sure exactly how to even use that. We saw it used in a cutscene, but I forgot what item has to be equipped to pull off. Kick an enemy while riding a line rider. While riding a line rider towards an unwary enemy, use a takedown attack to drop down and knock them out. Yeah, some of this you just would not pull off unless they specifically told you to. We've tried to fly a fully boosted remote batarang into a thug, and that seems not to have worked. The knockout smash. I don't know what that is. We haven't seen anybody with the backpack jammer, so we may have already missed that opportunity. Freeze an armed enemy before taking him out. Yeah, half of these you pretty much would just get if you just really struggled with it and goofed around. But a lot of these, you're going to have to put a lot of work, extra work into it. And it's not like these fights are getting easier by any means. They are definitely getting more difficult by them. Every time the story goes up, we're having more armed guards, larger groups of people, more violence. Anyways, it's been another hour, and we did get through the Mr. Freeze fights, so I'll say we got a little bit done, and we moved through some side missions and got some generic Riddler stuff done. But yeah, the flow of this game and the flow of the storytelling feels very off. The Mad Hatter side mission in particular seems extremely off, like there was going to be way more to it than that, and I assume it just got left on the cutting room floor in a desire to be less of a scary game. There really have been no scary segments at all. What is it? Donnie Darko? That's the name of the movie with the creepy bunny head that looked almost exactly like the bunny hat on Batman. Yeah, they clearly didn't want to go in the spooky direction, and if anything, that's a slight indication of tinkering with the Arkham series games that led to its major downfall, is that there was this desire to make it even more attractive and have even more of an audience, when the first game sold very well, surprisingly well for really what it was. There is also the elements that I just remembered that was kind of weird in that Arkham Asylum had like a children's wing that they talked about. They didn't do anything with it, but it certainly was creepy to think that in one side of the island was the Joker, and on the other side of the island was a potential child of real mental disturbance, and that kind of highlighted the problem with the idea of really showing Arkham Asylum in the first place, is that it can pretend to be a mental facility as much as it wants to be, but it is much closer to a supermax facility for criminally insane supervillains, and it doesn't make sense in the real world. And the real world of Batman honestly doesn't make a lot of sense in general, because I don't know how an average kid grows up in a city like Gotham with the constant fear of violence and doesn't either end up becoming somebody like Bruce Wayne, who becomes a superhero and copies Bruce Wayne and Batman's example, or becomes a criminal and a gang member. It seems like you're creating a cycle that would just get worse and worse with every generation. And yeah, I'm probably rambling at this point. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.